Northern Uganda was at war for almost 20 years until 2008. During the conflict period, service delivery was mostly confined to the IDP camps. After the war, there was need to conduct planning in the normal way, like the rest of the country. In 2011, JICA started the Acholi Capacity Building Project. And in 2016, the project expanded to the West Nile region, as this region was also affected by the war and was cut off from the central government. Now the project is called WACAP.
WACAP came in at a time when our planning was a little bit haphazard. We did not have evidence to take decisions. There were conflicts about where projects should go and which projects to implement.
Before the interventions of the WACAP project, we find all the sub-counties were using different tools in planning and budgeting.
There was no clear feedback mechanism to the communities. People would implement projects. The news about the project would be around the sub-county headquarters or the district headquarters, and that's where it would be shelved in the shelves and no one would know about it.
The purpose of the WACAP project is to build capacity of the local government to implement bottom-up, participatory, accountable, evidence-based planning to support service delivery and implementation of community development projects.
We emphasize the existing systems, programs, and activities of local government to be strengthened instead of introducing new systems, new programs, and new institutions.
My role as a planning advisor mostly involves close interaction with, advising, mentoring, and also supporting local governments in their planning and also budgeting process.
Before, planners would plan from the desk, but with the help of this project, we now hold planning meetings in West Nile and Acholi, where all priorities from the village level, parish, sub-county up to the district are recorded and ranked. So we feel this is a very practical and a good experience which should be done in all the local governments.
The planning tools were introduced by the JICA WACAP program, which I think are simplified tools to help our lower local government structures, right from the village to the parish to the sub-counties, to collect the needs and priorities of the people.
We decided to focus on the government livelihood program through strengthening the capacity of community development officers.
Key in the work I do is making sure groups are formed and also strengthening these groups. We train them majorly on group dynamics. Group dynamics is all about how groups operate, how these groups can be formed, how they can grow, how can they handle conflicts within the groups.
It is the group themselves who will go and procure what they want, other than imposing something onto them that might not work well with them.
Wayer no purjeria wayer per yad la we eni chela we ni dong pe kar pa diang eno kar diang wano ni konyo wa ngani diang konyo fu kin wa kar ma chono no wat mo ge ken pe enta wat dong tie pe me konyo ma wana no ngani ko beru no ni war pe ma wunu kwe group ani no wan po rom no konyo ma kiri eno ni ti ma nyute no wat tie.
And because they're part of the planning process, that means their problems are owned by them and the solutions to the problems are suggested by them. That leads to sustainability of the interventions that they suggest in the planning process and which lasts for a long period of time.
The community-led approach takes care of the needs, but the household-based needs, improving household income, improving household food security and nutrition, and the general welfare of community members at that level. So that is the linkage that we have between the planning and the community development aspect.
All planners were taken to Tokyo. That greatly boosted their mindset because the trip alone opened
all planners' brains to work harder. In one of the elder's homes, just said to all planners one statement, which no planner has ever forgotten: go back and work for your country.
By using the planning tools, local governments at large have been improving their data collection to confirm and also assess the conditions around their public service delivery points, such as schools and water facilities, health centers, and also community access roads.
The systems, with one of the tools, the scoring tools, it selects where the project should go based on a set criteria, which will always show that the marginalized area will definitely get the project.
But now the communities began realizing how close government is to them. So as a result, we are now seeing the community saying we are now working with the government to solve our problems, instead of saying we are doing our own issues.
Local governments in Acholi and the Western Nile now have more defendable work plans and the district development plans as a result of implementing the program.
The WACAP project has established trust between the communities and the local government. And through the planning tools and data collection, conflict of interest has been reduced and service delivery has improved. The WACAP project will continue working towards a prosperous northern Uganda.
Yeah.